Hello, my friends. This is James Dickerson. Glad to be talking with you right now because I got some serious things on my mind. You know, we live in the most exciting times in recent history, and we're very privileged to do so. Not since the civil rights movement was at its glorious peak has our nation taken such brilliant strides forward. You know, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke prophetically in his last speech, now known as the mountaintop speech, when he said that I've been to the mountaintop and I looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want y'all to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. And so tonight I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. You know, my soul quivers as I think about those words. We as a people will get to the promised land. I don't know if you thought about it and if you've actually taken a look around, but looks a whole lot like the promised land to me. Now, there may be some people right now who are saying, yeah, well, Doc, listen, it's not necessarily the promised land because there's so many things left to be done. But I want you to know something. The promised land is a metaphorical statement that we use in reference to what God has in store for his people, the people who are always moving from one place to another. And ever since God first picked some people, he had always been moving his people from one place to another. And so the children of Israel, they were taken out of slavery. They were led through the wilderness for 40 years. And after 40 years and Moses had passed on and all of those who had left Egypt had died, the Joshua generation had the grand privilege of crossing over Jordan and going into the promised land. Yes, my friends, here we are in the promised land. But what I want you to realize is that when they got to the promised land, there were giants there. There were armies there. There were challenges there. And so they had to fight to take hold of the promise. All they had to do was be encouraged to stay in God's word, to not stray to the right or to the left of it, to build upon the foundation that was laid for them by their forebearers who walked out of Egypt being led by a man of God and found themselves living 40 years and never running out of anything or never having lack of anything, even though they were not in the situation that they would have preferred. They did not need anything because God gave them everything that they needed. Doesn't that sound familiar to you? Don't you know some people who came up out of slavery? Don't you know of people who was led through a type of wilderness for a number of years? And don't you know of people who had a Moses who led us all the way to the edge of Canaan, the promised land, but died just after he got a chance to get a picture of it, a glimpse? But don't you also know of people whom God sent a Joshua to lead us over into the promised land? Yes, my friends, we are there. We are in the land flowing with milk and honey. I want you right now to be encouraged, to do everything that you can to maximize these moments of change, of paradigm shiftings. Because whether you know it or not, every 50 years or so, our people have an opportunity to leave a mark on humanity that cannot be erased. An opportunity to push our people forward. Now is your time for greatness. See, we all get on the internet to try to make some money. We're networking here on this site that we're on. But I want you to do more than that now. Don't just look for opportunities to make money, but look for opportunities to make a difference. We're in the promised land, but the promised land will only yield to you according to how hard you work, how well you till the ground, and how serious you are about making a difference and making good of everything that our people fought, bled, and died for. See, our generation is the first one to inherit these blessings. Let's not blow it. Not now. Let our people in the future look back upon us and say, there lived a people who took advantage of the moment and positioned us in a way that no one could ever turn us back. God bless you. I love you.